The Internet of Value is here, across borders, beyond banks. To the future. Welcome to Apex.
Hey, my friend, the DTCC settles 3.6 quadrillion in derivatives per year, and here Nadine from the DTCC is going to describe quant to the T, my friend. Literally everything she's going to say here in this clip is describing quant technology, and I'm going to break it down for you. I'm literally going to have to pause it at least 20 times because every single phrase she says is quant. So I'm going to have to break it down for you. My friend, why is that interesting? Why is that so interesting? Quant is about 80 times cheaper than XRP right now because you have to look at the market cap, and approximately 1,800 times cheaper than Bitcoin. When Ethereum had the same market cap that Quant has today, Ethereum did 110x within 20 months, and it also did approximately 350x or 450x within 4.5 years when Ethereum had the market cap Quant has. So that's very interesting. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You always have to do your own research. If you like these types of deep dives, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And thank you for all the love that you guys show me consistently in the comments. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it, my friends. All right, let's listen to her again. I'm going to have to pause her many, many times, and I'm going to literally give you some alpha, if you don't mind. Doesn't sound very humble, but I mean, I'm going to break it down, okay?
Not building walled gardens.
We're clearly not building walled gardens.
Okay, look at her confidence here. We are clearly not building walled gardens. And I just want to let you know at the end of this video, I'm going to try to remember to put a deep dive that I did on the DTCC and Quant. It was about a 25-30 minute deep dive. You absolutely have to watch that deep dive if you haven't watched it. I'll try to remember to put it in. My goodness, it's on my YouTube channel and it's also in the community, and I'll show you where to find it too. I'll try to remember to show you that in a minute. Okay, so she says we're clearly not building walled gardens. She's extremely confident. Now, what did Gilbert Verdian say during his ICO, the initial coin offering, when they did the presentation, when they launched Quant? He said the whole reason that we're building Quant is so that we're not stuck in these walled gardens, so that you're not stuck with one blockchain. You can pick the best features of each blockchain and build what is called a multi-chain application. Let's continue.
Building walled gardens, right? We truly believe in the power of interoperability, and we believe in an open ecosystem. And what you're going to see. So
she's saying we believe in the power of interoperability and open ecosystem. So she's saying, do you remove the walled gardens with interoperability is technically what she's saying. And what did Gilbert Verdian say? That's why they built Quant. It's to provide the interoperability, the programmability, and custom APIs. But the purpose of interoperability is to remove the walled gardens.
Talking about the challenges of different financial institutions on different sides. It may not be digital technology, may not be right front and center of what they're worried about, but you're also seeing the world becoming a lot more interconnected in this space, and we're moving away from vertical, ecosystems into more.
So here she says that we are moving away from a vertical ecosystems, right? Gilbert Verdian, when they released an announcement on their website about 3 months ago, talking about how the central banks of the world had chosen the new model, and he says that basically there's going to be the CBDC layer. There's going to be the second layer is the tokenized deposit layer. And the third layer, he said, is the horizontal interoperability, not the vertical, right? Because she's saying it's not good. She said there's no longer this vertical. It's not the way to do it. Quant explained in their article that the third part of the missing piece of puzzle, the first piece was CBDC layer. Second piece that they had chosen was the commercial layer, so tokenized deposit. And Quant explained that the third layer was the horizontal layer, the horizontal interoperability layer that made it all work together. And Quant was technically saying indirectly in their article that literally they are the interoperability solution for this new financial system. So right here, she's telling you it's not about the vertical. Okay. So again, what is the opposite of the vertical interoperability? It's horizontal interoperability, which Quant is providing. We'll continue here.
From vertical, ecosystems into more network-driven organizations. So yes, everybody wants to be the standard of the chain of choice. We personally don't believe, and I rambled off the numbers that we're dealing with. There's nothing out there that can handle the speed, the scalability that we need. So we are working with the market, and actually we've done a fair amount of work with BCG and the two other large ICSDs in the marketplace to start to think through what standards we can put in place. So
here she's saying that we don't believe in just one chain. There's got to be more than one chain to handle this because the amount of volume is going to be insane. And she talks about the interoperability, and she talks about how it's going to be more connecting networks. What is Quant? Quant's the network of networks. It's the internet of trust. It's allowing every single network that exists today, every industry, every legacy systems to connect to blockchain seamlessly. And that's why it's called the internet of trust or network of networks, because it interconnects everything to blockchain, and blockchain represents trust.
I was concerned about how many chains we're operating on.
Oh, and she also talked about standards. It's all about standards. Well, let me tell you, if you haven't watched my other deep dives, it's all about standards, right? So Gilbert Verdian created the TC307 interoperability standard, the ISO TC307 interoperability standard in 2015, before anybody in the blockchain industry even knew that we needed standards, let alone standardizing it at an ISO international level, because he knew that we needed interoperability standard, and we also needed to standardize it at an international level. He knew both these things. I think most people on planet Earth haven't even realized that. So he founded this interoperability standard for blockchains in 2015. Then he went on to create Quant Overlay technology that meets the standards. So they do the standards, then they literally create the they create the technology that meets the standard. He's also the head of INATBA, the International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications. I think he's co-chair of INATBA, which about 48 countries signed up years ago when they started. Now I think it might be 55 to 60 countries, even more, but pretty much I think all the G20 are there. So 95% of the world, or 90% of the GDP is technically signed up to INATBA. He also helped to create the Secure Asset Transfer Protocol, which is again is a standard it's an internet grade standard with the Internet Engineering Task Force. That's the IETF and MIT. They are responsible for the internet we have today. The MIT and IETF have literally created every protocol and every standard around the internet for the last 30 years. We wouldn't have the internet if it wasn't for them. Gilbert Verdian approached them about maybe 5-6 years ago, give or take, 5 years ago, I think, and said we need to create a new standard to allow assets to move from one network to another, because the internet was never meant to move value. And they said, you're right, because he's the GOAT. So literally the Secure Asset Transfer Protocol will probably be launching, give or take, I'm not sure if it's 2, 3 months or 6 months, but literally the draft, it's all done. It's literally at its last phase now. It's about to launch any minute. And this is, you can't even imagine, you really want to research the Secure Asset Transfer Protocol and just how much this is a big deal. It's the re-architecturing of the internet, and it's Gilbert Verdian's team that literally wrote the draft for this new internet architecture. It is next level. I could talk to you 80,000 hours about this, but here she's talking about standards. So who is the king of standards when it comes to blockchain? It's Gilbert Verdian and his team. The king of interoperability standards, is what she's talking about. She's talking about interoperability, and interoperability standard is what she's talking about here. So let's continue listening. I'll rewind a second.
The marketplace to start to think through what standards we could put in place. So I'm less concerned about how many chains we're operating on, as long as we've got good interoperability standards, good data standards, good risk standards, if you will, that we can overlay over them. So that is what's brought.
So that we can interoperability standards, and she says so that we can, and also risk. So because Gilbert Verdian, the reason he created Quant was to prevent the hacks that happens between these bridges. Bridges are not secure, so he wanted something that was 100% secure, that was also scalable, it would be hyper decentralized, and it would be future proof as well, right? Which she's talking about risk and security here. It's exactly what Quant does. And she also talked about so that we can overlay it, or so that we can overlay on top of blockchain. What is Quant? Why is it called Quant Overledger? It's called Quant Overledger because it overlays the ledger. Quant is an overlay. That's what it does. It overlays all the blockchain, and it allows you to pick the best features of each blockchain and build what is called an MDApp. Now they call them MAP, but they used to call them MDApps, multi-chain applications. You're picking the best features of each blockchain and building a map. So again, it's an overlay. That's what Quant does. That's why it's called Overledger, Quant Overledger. And it's the only thing that does that. There is no other technology that overlays the blockchains and allows every system that exists today to connect into blockchain seamlessly in a secure manner, fully scalable, with unlimited security, future-proof, and all these good things. Only Quant does that. So she's talking about overlaying here. This is exactly what Quant does. Let's continue.
These standards, good data standards, good risk standards, if you will, that we can overlay over that. So that is what's driving, Mark, our multi-chain strategy.
So that's what's driving their multi-chain strategy, an overlaying standards, and that's what's driving their multi-chain strategy. What is Quant all about? It's all about multi-chain, allowing you to use more than one chain at the same time, benefiting from all the blockchains. Because that's what Gilbert Verdian said during his ICO. He said, why should you be stuck in one blockchain? Why don't you benefit from all the blockchains? And that's why we created Quant. And I really encourage you to watch his original launch of Quant. You have to watch the full video when they launched Quant, because his presentation was just unbelievable. But again, let me show you actually where you can find the video here. Just one sec. If you go on my YouTube channel under videos, it'll be probably the 8th or 9th video. You have to scroll down and it's right here. Okay. No, sorry, not there. Sorry, this video right here. This video, huge QNT token bombshell, DTCC 100% confirmed. Watch this video here. I don't want to put, so right here, you can see it. I don't want to scroll on top of it there, but urgent DTCC adopt Quant right here. This one here. I'll let you take a quick look or screenshot or whatever. You want to watch this video here. Or if you want to go much deeper, you go to the Apex Crypto community, and right here is all my deep dives on Quant. There's 13 deep dives. They're all organized in the perfect order. That's what the community is for, where all my content is organized under subjects and exclusive deep dives. Everything's all there. And we have weekly community calls and a bunch of different stuff too. But literally right here, 13 deep dives. I think it's number 9 or number 10. The deep dives there. If you want to go deeper, that's where you go. And if you want to see proof that unified ledger, shared ledger, regular liability network, Finternet, solid XRP ledger, you would watch all these deep dives here. I can't even imagine. I'm kind of excited when I go into community because there's stuff I have in there. The way it's all organized is crazy. So, oh yeah, and you can try the community for 7-day free trial. No stress. All right, let's listen here again. Let's rewind a tiny bit.
What's driving, Mark, our multi-chain strategy? Canton and Stellar are invasive, are among the first. I promise you they will not be the last.
Okay, so Canton and Stellar are amongst the first. I promise you they won't be the last. Yes, well, let me add something that she didn't say, okay? They are the first to be announced. That's the phrase she kind of forgot to tell you. They are the first to be announced. Why is that? Because former CEO of DTCC, Donald Donahue, literally helped to create the global payment steering group that Ripple founded. Okay, so the former DTCC CEO helped to create the global payment steering group that Ripple created, and he became the chairman for the global payment steering group, which is, again, Ripple founded that. So imagine, you can't even imagine. If you haven't watched my last deep dive, or let me show you one more thing here. Oh my goodness. Right here, DTCC uses XRP. There's 4 deep dives here where I expose how deep the rabbit hole, all the proof that the DTCC has been planning to use XRP for years. So they're going to use XRP and Stellar and Canton for something completely different, for tokenization, okay? It's not, Canton is not a purposely built bridge asset. It's not the same as Stellar and XRP. There's a lot of confusion. So these deep dives right here, and let me show you where you can find some of them on my YouTube channel as well. And a few of the deep dives are here as well. DTCC uses XRP and this one here. But in the community, there's 4 there plus everything else. So right here. All right. If you want to see all the proof that XRP is working with the DTCC app. So, oh my goodness. Anyways, let's continue, my friend.
Multi-chain strategy. These are among the first. I promise you they will not be the last, and you'll see more. But we have to do a lot of work behind the scenes to get comfortable that a chain,
See, when you're kind of watching your words and you're very careful what to say, what not to say, you tend to drop stuff. You know, you tend to be a bit clumsy. No offense. Just teasing.
Yeah, you can still hear me though. Apologies for that. That a chain, first of all, satisfies client requirements. So that's the first request. The second one is liquidity, and then a lot of technical terms there.
The second one is liquidity. What is Ripple's main product? On-demand liquidity. What is Stellar about? It's about liquidity. It's about liquidity. But Ripple's main product is on-demand liquidity. Stellar's focus is more for small, medium enterprises and peer-to-peer. XRP, RippleNet, the XRP ledger, is the big volume is going to come from CBDCs being built on the XRP ledger. Private versions, the central banks are building their CBDCs on private ledgers that are carbon copy clones of the public XRP ledger, and they're going to have to settle through the public XRP ledger when it goes cross-border. But very, very similar use cases. Many use cases are the same between Stellar and Ripple, but a bit of a different focus in regards to where they're putting all their energy. Let's continue.
So we are building the harmonization layer that sits on top of it to ensure that you can...
We are building the harmonization layer. What does Gilbert Verdian say about Quant? It's the orchestration layer, harmonization layer. Okay? We are building the harmonization layer that's going to allow assets to move between networks, is what she's saying. What is Gilbert? What's the main purpose of Quant? And what is the secure asset transfer protocol, which Quant technology is literally standardizing? The secure asset transfer protocol is about allowing one asset that any asset on any network can move to any other network. Okay, it's not the same as the Interledger protocol. So a secure asset transfer protocol and what Quant was built for is exactly what she's saying here, moving assets from one network to another. It's not the same as the Interledger protocol when you're wanting to exchange one asset for another asset using a bridge asset like Stellar XRP. It's not the same at all. Okay. All right. Let's listen. Continue.
You can move assets very easily among the various chains. The most important challenge we have is every single chain treats data differently. So what we're trying to do is harmonize that data because
they're not trying. The solution's already out. They know that it's there. They're using Quant. They've had it for 4 or 5 years. Okay. They're not trying. Every time they're telling you we're trying to do this or we're looking at this concept, it's just conceptual to see if maybe it would work, you know. We'll see, we're testing, it's just an idea. It's all BS, okay? They're always 5-10 years ahead of what they're telling you. Every time. And I've proven this in my deep dives. If you're familiar with my deep dives, you know I've proven this a million times.
At this smart, we have to process differently. So what we're trying to do is harmonize that data because think about this smart, we have to process.
So my friend, I just wanted to do a quick deep dive, just break down what Nadine Chakar of the DTCC, I think she's the CEO actually, if I'm not mistaken, or one of the head person at DTCC, sorry, I forgot to check. And literally describing Quant technology to the T. So this is just a quick one. And so before I forget, please like and subscribe again. I did ask you, but I'll ask you again. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And check out the community if you'd like. If this is being released Tuesday, it means we do have a live community call tonight. If we are Tuesday when it's released, I'm taping the day before, should be released tomorrow. So I think you're probably watching this on Tuesday. Generally, our live community calls, it's on video basically, community. Are usually Tuesday evenings, and I'm still doing one-on-one private sessions as well, if you're interested in that as well. So, my friend, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love in the comments, and wishing you a great day, great evening, great night, wherever you are, and God bless you all so much. Thank you very much.